This is a great example of something that the PSAT and the SAT do very regularly, which is they take a very simple situation and they try to scare you with a story. But we don't really need to interpret the stories. And if we remember that our main math strategy for the entire section is plug points into equations, we can sometimes just get past any of the weirdness of the story and just remember, like, it's pretty simple. They are clearly giving us an equation here. Do they give us points? Is there something for us to plug in? Well, it looks like we got a number. We can read the story and be sure. The equation shown gives the estimated amount of diesel D in gallons that remains in the gas tank of a truck after being driven X miles, where 0 is less than or equal to X is less than or equal to 480. What is the estimated amount of diesel in gallons that remains in the gas tank of the truck when X equals 300? Yeah, it's a lot of words, and it seems like stuff like this matters, but it does not. X equals 300, that's a point. Now, it's only half of a point, but if we plug it in, we're kind of going to know what to do is we're going to figure out the other point, right? So that 300 goes in here. So we have 16 minus 300 over 30, which is 16 minus, you can do this in your calculator, but 300 divided by 30 is the same as 30 divided by 3, which is 10. So D is equal to 16 minus 10, which is 6. That's the whole thing. So you can't, if you are intimidated by story questions, you're going to do very poorly on this PSAT, because a lot of the time, the only thing they're doing to kind of make a question harder is layering a story on top of it. But the story rarely matters in any great detail. When we get to the harder ones, yeah, dissecting the story might be part of the challenge of the question. But something like this, just try to remember that our main strategy is plug points into equations. If you see an equation, odds are very good you want to plug a point into it. So they might just give it to you and then just do it. Don't ask too many questions. Just do it. Most of the time it'll work. If it's a harder question and it doesn't quite work, then oh well, fine, get that one wrong. But most of the time it won't be a problem, and you'll be able to get stuff like this right. This is, in my opinion, a very easy question. You cannot be scared about this. You cannot take too long on this. You have to be able to get this right. And this is me not just talking about the PSAT, but that SAT you're going to be taking soon. That is a place where you do not want to get scared by something this simple.